Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Shifts and Pucks News Pack for Friday, March 25th. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter at Shifts and Pucks, Facebook.com Shifts and Pucks, YouTube.com Shifts and Pucks, Twitch.com Shifts and Pucks, wherever you get your audio, as well as on the Area 51 Sports Network. As we had our two podcasts this week, Monday and Wednesday. Of course, a reminder that you can win tickets to the Vancouver Canucks Calgary Flames game on April 23rd at the Scotiabank Saddledome. We're hanging out with Sean, Devin, and possibly Chris. Chris is moving to Kelowna, but he's going to try to make it to the game. You can enter the draw by retweeting any pod clips today, any of uh, these news packs, any of our podcasts, as well as message us the word of the week, which is in Mondays and Wednesdays episodes. As we get into the news, there is today, and of course, the Calgary Flames are in action today. First of their back-to-backs against the Arizona Coyotes. They play the Edmonton Oilers tomorrow. Um, as far as the lineup for the Flames, Jacob Markstrom will get the starting goal. Shauna Monahan will be a healthy scratch. It looks like Ryan Carpenter will not make his debut tonight. But Daryl Sutter spoke to the media today. Was an optional morning skate for the Flames, but talked a little. But it does sound like, and it was confirmed that uh, Monahan won't play tonight, and that is what's going to happen there. Um, as far as any news on that, Sutter said today that he Monahan has struggled within the last 20 to 25 games, and he should have been monitoring him more closely. But it looks like today Monahan is not playing, and it looks like Trevor Lewis might be the one that takes the number 4 center line role. We'll see what the lines roll out a little bit later on today. Uh, uh, he also wants to give him Carpenter a little bit more time before bringing him into the lineup as well. So those are the two big things that are going on there with the Flames. Of course, the Flames coming off the 4-3 loss to the San Jose Sharks on Tuesday. They come in with a record of 38-17-8. They are in first place with 84 points, 5 points ahead of the LA Kings. And the Arizona Coyotes are battling for to stay out of the basement. They are 20-39-4. They have lost 3 in a row with 44 points. The Flames play the Edmonton Oilers tomorrow. Now, other things to just keep an eye on while we're at it here in terms of other Flames news. It is college playoff time, and some of the seasons are winding down, including Matt Coronado's season. It looks like that is ended here. Uh, Coronado, of course, the first pick from last year's draft for the Calgary Flames. His year ended this with the playoffs. So um, we'll have to see. We don't expect Coronado to join the Flames this year at any time, but his year is over. Also, in terms of other prospect games, of course, out in Sweden, William Strongman and Lucas Folk are in action. Strongman and Rogie can advance to the next round with a win today in the J20 playoffs. And Lucas Fuke and Vasby need to stay alive to win their best of 3 series in hockey at 10. There as well. Jake Boltman's season will continue as Notre Dame beat North Dakota to advance to the regional final game. So some of the news in terms of Flames prospects there. And in terms of the Canucks, it looks like Will Lockwood will be getting a call up here. Rick Dollywall had a conversation with Jim Rutherford, noted on Twitter. Lockwood is called up. Rutherford said that they wanted to get a look at him. Jack Rathbone was held out from last night's Abbotsford Canuck San Jose Barracuda game. As per the Canucks, he almost got called up last night. He will definitely get into games. Rutherford has been very impressed with the Canucks' effort in Colorado and Minnesota. They said they played the right way. He said the attention to detail was very good and did not cheat the score. He was really impressed with JT Miller. He's putting the team on his back offensively. And Pettersson in his defensive play has also impressed Jim Rutherford as well. So, and then in terms of other prospects that if you're interested in terms of what's going on with the college and the Vancouver Canucks, here looks like Aidan McDonough's season is over. The Canucks will now get an attempt to sign his prospect. It looks like, with a Jack Rathbone possibly getting called up, McDonough has an opportunity to join the Canucks AHL team, but he may return for his senior year at Northeastern. So that's one of the questions that will be going on in Vancouver there. There are 4 other games in the National Hockey League today. Washington Capitals will take on the Buffalo Sabres. The Capitals are currently sitting in the last wild card position at 80 points. They've lost 2 in a row there. So sitting comfortably in that position. The Pittsburgh Penguins and the New York Rangers are in action. Those 2 teams would be first round opponents if the playoffs started today. The Penguins are 3 points ahead of the Rangers for second place in the Metropolitan Division. The Columbus Blue Jackets are taking on the Winnipeg Jets, and the Jets had a tough 5-2 loss yesterday to the Ottawa Senators, and they are currently sitting 5 points behind Dallas, who has won 3 in a row and have 2 games in hand on the Jets. And then the Philadelphia Flyers are taking on the Colorado Avalanche. Of course, the Avalanche sitting comfortably in first place with 95 points in the Central Division. As far as other injury news, looks like Marc-Andre Fleury will make his debut for the Minnesota Wild when the Wild play tomorrow on Saturday against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Of course, Fleury was acquired by the Wild from the Chicago Blackhawks on the trade deadline on Monday. Patrice Bergeron is expected to play for the Bruins on Saturday after missing 4 games with an injury with a surgical procedure to clear up an infection in his elbow. By the way, the Boston Bruins, with their win last night over the Tampa Bay Lightning, have moved into 3rd place in the Atlantic Division and tied with the Toronto Maple Leafs for second, actually. But the Leafs do have 1 game in hand there. So Brendan Gallagher will be out a week for the Montreal Canadiens with a lower body injury. He hasn't played since St. Patrick's Day when the Canadiens lost to the Dallas Stars 4-3 in overtime. Drake Batherson could return for the Senators when the Senators play Claude Giroux and the Florida Panthers on Saturday. He hasn't played since January 25th because of an ankle injury. And Torrey Krug, of course, out week to week with the Blues with an upper body injury. He left in the second period of a 5-2 win against Washington on Tuesday. WHL action tonight here. We've got the few games going on. We got the Prince Albert Raiders taking on the Brandon Wheat Kings. We've got also the Lethbridge Hurricanes hosting the Edmonton Oil Kings. The Oil Kings, of course, currently ranked number 1 in the CHL action. The Red Deer Rebels are in CHL ranking. The Red Deer Rebels are hosting the Medicine Hat Tigers. And we also have the Regina Pats taking on the Saskatoon Blades. And we have the Kelowna Rockets, who have lost 6 in a row, taking on the Kamloops Blazers. We've got the Tri-City Americans taking on the Portland Winterhawks. We've got the Spokane Chiefs taking on the Everett Silvertips. Prince George Cougars taking on the Victoria Royals, and the Seattle Thunderbirds are in Vancouver to take on the Giants there as well. By the way, Liz Child has written a good article about a Nick Avikayan from the Tri-City Americans. Check that out on WHL on Area 51. So that covers the news for today and for Friday, March 25th. You can follow us all individually on Twitter, Sean Beardy Canucks 03, Devin Gordhouse 09, who got quite a good endorsement from Ryan Pinder on our podcast on Wednesday when Ryan Pinder joined us. We also, Tyler TNOB and Chris Schneids, SCHNEIDZ. I am KVOLE, Facebook.com, Shifts and Pucks, Twitter, of course, Shifts and Pucks, YouTube, Twitch. Subscribe wherever you get your audio, as well as on the Area 51 Sports Network. Thanks, everyone, for watching and listening. We'll talk to you all very soon. Bye for now.